Hey, this is Lord Ogün with Black Metal Nights Productions, and I'm here to interview Sicarius. I'm here with Carnage and Argyris. Hey guys,
Hey, what's up?
How's it going, man?
tell us the name Sicarius. What does it mean?
Sicarius is Latin for dagger man, assassin, contract killer, stuff like that. So I've always had kind of like a, I guess you'd say, morbid fascination with that kind of stuff, and it just seemed kind of fitting whenever we formed it, and yeah, it just kind of worked.
Awesome. How did the band start?
You want to take it?
He was working at a bar and we ran into each other and had mutual interests, had a couple beers, and decided we were going to start making black metal.
Hell yeah. And song lyrics. How do you guys go about song lyrics? Who writes them and what is it about?
Normally, I mean, speaking for myself, if I write the song, normally I like to write the lyrics to it because I kind of understand where the vibe goes to. Sometimes Carcass writes lyrics to other people's songs if they don't want to do it, but that's kind of like the rule of thumb, is if you write the song, okay, do you want to do lyrics? Yes, no, stuff like that. Does that answer the question?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good, man. And yeah, that's pretty much about songwriting, music, composition of songs. You guys all write together, or is it one man?
We used to write together back in the day. Now it's been, because our schedules are so I guess conflicted when we're not rehearsing or playing shows or day to day. I'll come up with songs, he'll come up with songs, he'll come up with songs, and we just usually it's one of those things where whoever comes up with the composition, if it's finished, he'll go to the group and we'll just kind of work upon it. Sometimes, Metahim, he'll add leads on top of it, or if I have a specific area for him to write a solo, come up with a solo, stuff like that.
Right on. And name some of your best shows you guys played. Bands that played with, best shows you played.
There's been a lot of them.
What's good about it?
Uwada, I'd say, was definitely one of our favorites. It was in this really small ass venue that I didn't even. We couldn't even fit everybody on the stage, but
Where?
Bancroft in San Diego.
Okay.
Not a bad venue at all. It's pretty cool, but that show with Uwada really opened up the door for us to getting good with them, and they played in a fantastic show. Vader and
That was a good one.
yeah, Vader.
Pretty much my shows are the ones that the sound and stage are really up to par, because it makes it hard when people can't hear everything that you're trying to get across. And so pretty much my favorite shows are just the ones that we have the best sound. So, I mean,
Yeah. Sound is king.
yeah.
And black metal. Name like the ideal bill you guys would be on. With what bands would you like to play, open for and such?
For me, Rotting Christ.
Rotting Christ?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be good with that.
Fucking A. And any touring plans?
We have something in the works right now. We really can't discuss who it's with. It's a black metal band out in the U.S. and we're looking at touring in March, but as of now, it's nothing that we can talk about. In terms of like shows outside of Southern California, we're actually playing a show with 1349 and Goathor in Las Vegas. So
Hell yeah, you hear that? 1349 and Goathor in Vegas.
yeah,
November
Date?
2nd.
November 2nd. Don't forget, put it on your calendars. How do you guys deal with band conflict, if any?
We're usually pretty blunt with each other.
Yeah, we don't sugarcoat anything. If we have a problem, we pretty much say it, and if they don't like it, then we yell at each other for about 15 minutes and get over it, because that's the only way you're gonna get anything done.
Why yelling? Hey, it's black metal, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta yell. Sometimes you gotta yell.
Usually if there's a problem, we just confront it.
Yeah, we just confront it and deal with it as quick as possible. And
No fists.
move on.
Nothing
It's
like
never
Lamb of God.
It's never gotten to that point.
Not
it's
that bad?
Not quite that dysfunctional, no.
I'd say for the most part, we're pretty functional.
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty calm. It doesn't happen too often.
That's good. That's good, man. Why black metal? Why black metal?
I think you can answer that one because when we formed this, we didn't really have a direction of where it was going to go. Like Shadow Walker, one of our earliest songs. That was the first song I kind of put together, rudimentary, and it didn't really have a general identity to it. And then when me and him formed this, it just kind of gravitated towards black metal. Like me and him have always listened to.
Yeah,
black metal,
we've
like
always
guitar,
been into it. I mean, that's kind of how we met too. That's, I guess, part of the meeting story is I'm wearing my Emperor shirt in the bar, and this guy is super stoked on Emperor, as you can see. And so, I mean, when we first started talking about it, I was like, I want to do black metal, and I was honestly looking at doing like a one-man thing. And then this guy came along, and I was like, you know, perfect. And so we kind of hit it off.
Hell yeah, man.
Put your pants on. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to. Did I leave my bag, the green bag, in here?
Yeah, it's over there.
Just hand that over to me. I'll get it out of your way.
Green back. There it goes.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
You gonna stay for a bit, right?
I don't know who
What's
that
that?
You gonna stay for a bit, right?
I'm staying at your fucking show. You kidding me? They're gonna bail on you, bro?
There we go.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
that's Drogoth from Witch Casket. You guys gotta check them out. They're fantastic.
Yeah, Witch Casket. All right, we're halfway through. What are some of the first instruments you learned to play, if any, other than guitar?
I was a vocalist in like a death metal band in high school. That was about it. Like I started playing guitar probably like 6 months before I started this.
Yeah.
And I learned how to play by writing Sicarius songs, and then Medellin, the other guitar player, say hi. He's far more technically advanced than I am. So for me, I'm super competitive. Like I can't just let something go. So I'm like, fuck that asshole. He's not gonna be better than me. Like I'm just, like, so we're always
Like
he's
competition.
always pushing. Like every time we come up with something, I'm like, I'm gonna do something better. Like so that kind of fuel that he gives me allows me to get better and better and better, and that's just kind of where I've gone as a guitar player. So.
Yeah. All
And
right.
he's been playing bass for a long time, right? Like since high school.
Yeah, I've been playing bass for a long time, but pretty much I look at it, if I wasn't playing right now, I probably just wouldn't play.
I play
No
drums. If I wasn't a guitar player, I'd play drums.
Yeah, that's the next question. What other instruments would you be playing? if you-
Drums as fuck, dude. I would play drums so hard.
Drums?
Yeah, I'm not
Right on.
coordinated enough though, man.
Yeah.
Probably
You look
get
like you'd be a
guitar,
pretty
yeah.
powerful drummer, eh? Like you would have to buy
I don't
new
have the
drums all the
hand-feet
time.
coordination. I'm just like all thumbs when it comes to drumming. So
What would you play if you weren't playing bass?
Probably just guitar. It seems like kind of the next step, and yeah. And I do a little bit here and there anyway to write stuff, so
yeah.
I figure that would probably be the route I'd take.
Any other genre? If you weren't playing black metal, what if you're like 60 years old? Will you still be doing Sicarius, or would you be playing like?
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, we'd like to take this as far as it can go, but I listen to everything. To be honest, I listen to everything. So I mean, I like country music. I like death metal, electronic music. So I mean, I would be doing something like that.
What about you?
Punk rock.
Either like a death metal or probably like a punk rock or something, you know?
Something similar.
Just something angry, fast.
Okay, so like any of your top artists, like what do you have playing in your CD right now? CD player.
Rotting Christ.
Lord Christ,
Judas Priest.
Judas Priest.
Advent Sorrow.
Yeah, Advent Sorrow is a
Advent
great
Sorrow.
band. They're from
Okay.
Australia. They're fantastic, man.
Cheddar,
Shooter, yeah.
Urgal,
Urgal.
a lot of that, a lot of goat whore.
1349.
A lot of real straightforward black metal, right?
Bathory,
Yeah,
Destroyer
Bathory,
666. We listen to that shit all the time.
A lot.
Talk about a little bit about your gear that you use. I see you wearing an EMG.
We just actually got endorsed by EMG
Yeah, you
like
did.
last week, so that was pretty
Congratulations,
rad. Thank
man.
you.
Congratulations.
it's been a brand that we've been behind a long time. Like that in my opinion, like you can do anything that you want in the studio, but at the crux of our tone has always been the EMGs. So that was we're really fortunate to get on that. But I mean, for the most part, we all use ESPs. I'm not a brand whore. Like I don't really give that much of a shit if it plays good, it's good. But I love my V. So yeah, I mean, we're all for the most part just kind of set on ESPs, Mesa amp, PV. Just it's kind of like I don't know if it sounds killer. We use it.
Vader cabs.
Vader cab. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, we had like an exclusive run with Vader cabinets. He doesn't mass produce them anymore because he had an injury and he can't do it on his own. So once a year he gets a bunch of buddies together and they hand make these custom cabs. They're fucking beast, dude.
Vader,
and,
like VADER.
Yeah, and a lot of great artists that use them. Suffocations use them. The band Vader used to use them for a while, and yeah, that's what we've been using. They're just really beastie cabs. So.
What about strings? What gauges you use? What brand strings do you guys use?
Shit.
I mean,
We
right
used
now,
to use Ernie's, but now I've been
Ball.
using what he's been.
yeah, we're using Kurt Mangan. It's this little small company. And
What gauge?
well, we tune to C standard on our new stuff, so I'd say
Secrets.
for me it'd be 11 to 58. I think
I'll
you're
have to go to 10 to 52.
yeah.
Wow. So heavy gauges.
Yeah.
Yeah. For that low, really.
Thickest 4-string gauge I can get.
Yeah.
The black strings.
The
As
DRs,
long as
yeah.
they're black and they're very thick strings. I'm good.
Have you ever broken a bass string?
No.
Your day will come.
Oh yeah. No. I would say not in this band anyway. I've broken bass strings, but not with us. I
Have you guys
try
ever
to stay on
smashed?
top of swapping them as much as possible.
You ever smash instruments on stage?
No, that's dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Way too poor for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about any plans 5 years from now? Where you guys see yourself, Sicarius, 5 years from now?
I mean, the
Hopefully
goal is
touring.
touring. Yeah, the goal is national, international. Just however far we can take this. Like the biggest long-term goal for Sicarius has always been to be a spearhead, a leader in U.S. black metal on a grand scale, I guess. So you look at the European bands, you got Marduk, Abath, Watain, all those bands. What makes them so successful is they bring something to the table that you don't really see too often out in the United States. And what we're trying to do is kind of bring the home front something that we can proudly represent American black metal in that term. So, I mean, yeah, we'd love to fucking take this to like 70,000 tons of metal, cruise and shit.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean,
Europe, Japan, wherever.
as high as we
Yeah.
can aim it. Let's fucking go.
South America?
Yeah,
Yeah, why
absolutely.
not?
Oh, wow. Would you guys play, what is it, Antarctica, like Metallica ever?
I don't think.
If you could?
No.
Why not, huh?
Well,
Or Norway?
I mean, maybe I'd go visit at least. That'd be
Oh
pretty
yeah, I
sweet.
play Norway. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's the next question. If you could tour 3 countries, what would it be?
Japan, absolutely. Dude, Japan's rapid. I'd like to go to like the Scandinavian countries. There's a lot of heritage behind there, and I mean, my family from Greece. I'm pretty biased, so I'd like to play like the Athens area, something like that.
Greece. Japan, Greece, and
One of the Norwegian countries you was
Norway?
saying, yeah.
some Scandinavian countries?
Yeah.
Sweden,
Norway, Sweden, Denmark. Anything up there, it'd be fun. Like I said, Europe in general. I mean, I kind of.
All over Europe, Japan, and
Yeah.
Greece.
Yeah, do it.
Awesome. Tell us about the new album. What is it called? What is it about?
New album is called Serenade of Slitting Throats.
Serenade of Slitting Throats.
Yeah. And the concept revolves around death, essentially. Like there's a lot of topics that touch about death, death realms. But there's also like it's pretty mixed bag. Like there's songs about war, terrorism, violence, torture, a lot of mythology thrown in there. The album, we wanted to go really dark, really focused. Our EP, I felt was It was heavy. There was a lot of power behind it, but I feel like it was a bit too on the low end, if that makes sense. Like a lot of people were kind of calling us black and death metal, and we're like, not really.
Yeah.
So this one was very focused. It's very it's a very angry album.
Awesome.
Fast and angry.
Fast and angry. Yeah.
Fast and angry. It's black metal.
There we go.
If you could go back in time to meet yourself as a child, what would you tell yourself?
I mean, at some point, I'd probably tell him, like, hey, at some point you're going to kind of get what you want. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at.
How do you get what you want?
Bust your ass, man.
Yeah.
Refuse to take shit. Don't listen to people that,
There's a
are
lot of
naysayers.
background noise out there.
A lot of background noise.
Yeah.
A lot of shysters out there. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Last question. Tell us about your next show.
That would be the
Go Hard
1349.
30. Yeah, Go Hard 1349 in November, Las Vegas at the Dive Bar, I believe.
Yeah, Dive Bar.
Yeah.
Dive Bar, November
Second.
2nd.
Yeah.
With Goat Horror and 1349.
Yep.
Yep.
Sicarius.
Yep.
Guys,
Thanks, man.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. This has been a Black Metal Nights Productions interview with Sicarius. Argyris, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddies, both.
Yeah, definitely.
Go out there and kill it.
Thanks, man.
All right.